You sometimes stop by smaller streamers. Yeah, you should do. That means a lot. I think also, I just, like on this topic, I'm sorry, perhaps if this is like, I'm not sorry, because I feel like this is going to be like more of a I don't know what I'm talking about. The reason why I grew quickly as well is because, I'm sorry for talking too much about this, is because I think that I saw that male VTube, the reason I got into male VTubing is at first, when I first began, I didn't want to get into it because I thought it was super saturated already. I was like, I don't think I'm going to do VTubing. I think I'm just going to do, I don't know. That's why I was very reluctant to do streaming in the first place, because I was like, it's super saturated. Twitch is hard to grow on. You know what I mean? But then I saw that a lot of male VTubers just were not up to snuff with a lot of different things, and it still kind of feels the same way. Whenever I say that male VTubers, especially, yeah, like male VTubers don't succeed, I'm not gonna lie, it's like most of the time it's the male's fault. You know what I mean? Like, I think for every single niche, this is going to be a hot take, but I think it's provable, for every single niche but VTubing, like males dominate. Like males dominate Twitch, period. Males dominate YouTube, period. Like, that's unprovable. Whether or not it's because they do more events, whether or not it's because of like how society treats women, you know, or sexist kind of thought processes, like men dominate these spaces very heavily, right? There's a very big gap. But when it comes to specifically male, when it comes to VTubing in specific, it is undeniable that females dominate this field because of just the large disparity in viewership, large disparity in like in everything basically. But I'm not gonna lie, it's the male's fault. It's men's fault that male VTubing is just not as good as it could be. It's our fucking fault. And the reason why I think it's our fault also is because there's a whole host of reasons I think this is the problem. Number one, I think men are just lazier in this field. Like, men are just lazier. They don't have their presentation down. They don't know how to present themselves. And they're all cookie cutter, basically, right? Like, they don't understand the system as well as women do when it comes to this specific space. Number two, men in this field see women as very binary sexual creatures. That's what it is. Like, women respect men and like the different, like when it comes to specifically like NSFW, like men always need to like, they always feel the need to be super duper sexual first and foremost. Like, men in this field feel the need to be super sexual all the time, like a lot of the time, like most of the time. But the thing is even when they feel the need, even when they like go and become like super sexual, like whenever they provide a sexual service in that kind of regard, they see women as super binary, like brain dead creatures, which I fucking despise. Like, they all treat women like they all only want super muscular like guys. Literally, they treat women like, hey baby, like the typical fucking gym bro, you know what I mean? Where they're just like, oh my god, call me daddy again, say it louder, I said louder. They just see women as just like only one thing when it comes to sex. It's just always like forcing this fantasy on women of them being like a bottom, which I really don't like. Like, it's okay, like women have sex, you know what I mean? That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting something like that. But when all of you just do the same thing of just low-key forcing your fantasy on women, that's where I'm just like, bro, you know, and you wonder why women don't like watching you. It's like you are forcing what you think is attractive on somebody, and you're just the same as everybody else. It just does not, there's no variation. There's no like awareness when it comes to this specific thing. That's why like I really enjoy doing like more soft stuff, more like even bottomy stuff as well, even if even if like I joke about not doing it. It's because I think that women are layered, you know what I mean? Like, there are women who enjoy different things, whereas men only want like only know how to be one way when it comes to women. It's just like, no, you call me daddy, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call me daddy, you're supposed to be the bottom, and I'm supposed to be the top. Like, anything else, anything away from this is not something good. And you know, it's just because that's one thing, and it's also just, again, what I said about they always feel the need to be sexual or to make things like overtly sexual or overtly, you know, so it's just frustrating like that. This is the thing, like, if you're a man and you want to be that way, you want to be the big daddy all the time, fine, but you cannot complain, because I see these big daddy dom VTuber guys being one way only, like only being sexual, being one way, and then they complain about not growing, or they complain about like, why don't women see me? Some of them have the fucking gall to say, why don't women see me as a person? I'm like, because all you act like on stream is like you want to have, you know, there's just no layers to your personality whatsoever. Like it's always just about that. I'm like, and you're complaining about women not enjoying watching you when you just treat them like they're just super binary sexual creatures that only want one thing. So there's just a lot of just this kind of thought process in the scene, and I don't like it really, to be honest. That's why I struggled with that. Another reason why men don't grow is because they never reach out. Like men, if you guys notice, like there very rarely are like male VTuber collabs apart from corporate, and there's been like half the time there's fucking drama about it. You know what I mean? Like aside from the corporate scene, in the male VTubing scene, when people collab, there's just half the time there's fucking drama, and then the other half is like corporate. That's why I really like Wendy's in that sense, because the guys would just collab for the most part, you know? There's, you know, nothing is perfect obviously, but it was just more chill. Whereas with the indie male scene, there's just drama all the time. This person said that person said this. A lot of the times it can be solved through DMs, but there's no DMs. They take it to the public, you know what I mean? They cancel each other because this person looked at me the wrong way. It's really bad. And nobody reaches out to anybody. I think it's just a really ridiculous fear. The reason why male VTubing sucks is because males suck in VTubing. That is the reason why. And obviously this does not go for everyone. It's not a blanket statement. There are so many good indie males out there. But the reason why generally a lot of the indie male VTubing sphere sucks, it's because a lot of indie male VTubers simply just do not know how to present themselves. They feel the need to be sexual all the time. They see women as objects, and they don't understand women. Simply put, that's literally what it is. But I think people see that, and I'm not going to lie, it's very blatant for me. Yeah, a lot of them could benefit from PR and marketing as well. I mean, like, I'm not the most perfect person as well. You guys know this. Like, bros, I fucking suck at marketing, you know? I've only started trying recently, but you know, I'm not perfect. I'm far from it, but I know not to treat women like little objects that I have to control, or to always be sexual, or to be the type that's just like that doesn't have any depth, you know? Yeah, so I don't know. That's how it is. Lots of really good indie streamers though. Very good. Lots of good male indie streamers. Lots of sweet male indie streamers. Lots of good eggs. But that's what I see with a lot of like the kind of up and coming male VTubing scene, is that there's just a lot of men who do it very, very wrong, to be honest with you. I think you just have to come from a place of respect and stuff. But there is a lot of good stuff too. Like, again, I don't want to be super negative about it all the time, or have great animosity towards like the males, because there's a lot of good folks out there, and I think it's pretty easy to read who the good ones are, you know? I think it's really easy to read who the good ones are, and I wish them a lot of luck. I think they're really amazing. Some really excellent ones out there that I enjoy kind of watching in my free time as well. I think they're really cool. So just be careful in that regard. But at the same time, it's pretty obvious who the kinda, I don't know how to say it, like kind of obvious who the ones who are kind of a little bit sussy baka are, you know? I feel like you're a more down to earth and just very mellow person that just knows, oh, you're sweet. I don't know how to do marketing, you guys. You guys do. You guys are really sweet because you help me out so much. I really don't know how to do marketing. I just try my best. My marketing is just me being honest, I feel. My marketing is always just like, there's a Patreon, but don't get it if you don't have to. The last tier is not particularly good for your money. Don't get it. The plushie is here, but you don't have to get it. It's just a lot of that, really. You guys are always so kind. I'm sorry for yapping your ears out. That scared me. I hate that sound. Who the fuck slapped my own? Did you hear the slapping in the end? Yep, I did that. I remember I literally did that on stream because I needed to pay my rent, and somebody was like, I'll give you 1,000 bits. I fucking slapped my ass for 1,000 bits because I needed to pay rent that month. That was like in 2021 or 2022. You slapped your ass for rent? Yeah, they were really sweet. They were gonna give me 1,000 bits anyway, but I felt bad. So I was like, what can I do to like feel less bad? I'd be like, I'll slap my ass. And they were like, okay. So technically speaking, I slapped my ass for free because they were gonna give it to me anyway. I feel stupid. Yeah, don't play that again. I'm gonna kill myself if you do. You guys are terrible. You did it in Wendy's a few times. I did do it a few times. Get that bag. I don't know if that's a bag. I think it was just get that rent, I suppose. In this economy, it's just get that rent, you know? It's not even get that bag. It was just get that rent. I love you guys so much. I'll be right back. Thank you for coming. I missed you, and it's such a great time streaming for all of you guys. I love you all so much. Mwah.